Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrali sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli rabbi zidni ilma. How is everyone? Enjoying your learning? Okay, are you attempting the past papers also? Okay, now today we are going to discuss one more paper, paper 1, computer science. Or the paper name is computer systems. It's May-June 2024, paper 1-1. The duration of the paper is 1 hour 45 minutes. You have to answer all the question paper. No additional material is needed. You have to answer all the questions. You have to use a dark blue pen or black pen in order to write down the answers. You may use an ivory pencil in case of any drawings. You have to write your name, center number, and candidate number in the boxes at the top of the page. You have to write your answer in the given space. Do not use an erasable pen or correction fluid at all. Be cautious. Do not write on any barcodes. Calculators must not be used in this paper, so your calculations must be very accurate. You need to practice them beforehand. The paper is of 75 marks. The number of marks for each question or part questions are shown in the brackets. Yeah, no mark is going to be awarded for using the brand names, so please refrain from using the brand names of hardware or software packages. Now, this is the first question. A student has a portable tablet computer. Identify two input devices that could be built into the portable tablet computer. Now, here they're asking about two input devices with the portable computer, with the portable tablet computer. So you can see here the right option that should come into your mind are touchscreen, microphone, someone can write down button also, web camera or digital camera, accelerometer, and biometric device. So out of these, a student can write down any two, and then definitely he is going to score. Fine. But be cautious. It's basically the input devices used with portable tablet computer. Okay, now part B. Identify one output device that could be built into the portable tablet computer. Now you see here, built into. So that is why definitely what is written? Screen or speakers or LED, perfect answers. And that is why printer is not the viable answer, because we don't have a built-in printer with the portable tablet computer. So be cautious. The term that you have to concentrate on is the term built-in. Fine. And now identify one type of storage device that could be built into the portable tablet computer. Now concentrate on the terms built-in, portable, and tablet. In all this, the main keywords are portable, tablet, and these are built-in devices we are talking about. So definitely the only right answer in this case is going to be SSD. So you can write down solid state drive, you can say solid state device, you can say SSD, all are right answers. I suggest that if you think you don't know the full form properly, then better write down the short form. That's perfectly okay. You will definitely be scoring, so there's no worry at all. Fine. Now, in this manner, you can easily score the marks without any problem. Now, question number 2. Hypertext markup language or HTML color codes can be represented as hexadecimal. Now, what you can see here is tick one box to show which statement about the hexadecimal number system is incorrect. It uses the values 0 to 9 and A to F. Is it incorrect? Definitely not. It can be used as a shorter representation of binary. This is also what we use for. It is a base 10 system. Yes. This is an incorrect statement because it's not a base 10 system. By the way, which base is it representing then? Exactly, base 16. It can be used to represent error codes. And if you remember, one other application that you have learned is the representation of error codes is again done using hexadecimal. So it means that this is the only correct answer, which you will simply tick and you will be able to score the marks. Fine, got it? Any issues? Okay, now, great. maybe move ahead, and in this manner you will be able to score 1 out of 1. No issues, no problem. Okay, now moving to the next part. Denary numbers can be converted to hexadecimal. Convert the 3 denary numbers to hexadecimal. Now you are given the working space. For your convenience, I've already done it for you. So you can recall, this is the byte value that you remember: 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 20, the denary number, 32, the denary number, and 165, the denary number. So we have written it here. And we have first of all found the binary for 20, which is 16 and 4. Then we have found the binary for 32, which is 32 is turned on and all the bits are off. And 165 means 128 plus 32 plus 4 and plus 1. That is going to give you the value of 165. Now you recall, in order to convert from from binary to hexadecimal, what we do is we make a combination of 4 bits. So here we have made a combination of 4 bits. Here again a combination of 4 bits, this here and this also. And here also and here also. You can see it's 1248, 1248. So then it means it's going to be 4. And since it's the first bit turned on from this nibble, that's why we are going to get a value of 1 here. I hope that we are clear about it, isn't it? It's basically 1248 again. Do not consider them to be now 16, 32, 64, 128. Now they have become what? Now they have become 1. And this is going to be your 2. I hope that we remember it, isn't it? Okay, Ali? Any questions that you have? It will be 2. Then it will be your 4. And then it will be your 8. So do not confuse yourself. When you are working on this one, you will be considering these as 12485. Okay. This will be your criteria, 1248. And that is why it will be 1 here. In second case, where you have computed this one, it will be 2 because the second bit is turned on, and then it will be a 0. And then in this case, it will be 1010 means 8, plus 2 is 10, and 10 means A. And in this case, 4 plus 1 makes 5. That's why it will be A5. So what you have found in the working space will be shown here as the final answer as 14 and 20 and A5. And in this manner, if you have done the work with caution, then you will be easily able to score 3 out of 3. Easy or difficult? Okay, great. The binary number 101 3 times 0 11 is stored in random access memory. A logical left shift of 3 places is performed on the binary number. Logical left shift. Give the 8-bit binary number that will be stored after the shift has taken place. Now, this is your original one, and we have performed a left shift of 3 places. It means that these 3 bits are definitely going to be moving out of the byte, isn't it? These 3 bits are moving out of the byte. So what are you left with? It will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. And definitely you know it very well that the rest of the places are going to be padded with another 0, all 3 zeros. So this is your final answer. You have done the work with caution. You have easily scored 1 out of 1. Easy or difficult? Yes, easy now? Okay, good, great. Left shift here, I hope that you all are okay with. Now, this is part B. Tick one box to show which statement about a logical left shift of 2 places is correct. Now just see, for your convenience, I've highlighted, and you will do exactly the same thing in your paper. You will highlight the keywords, you will say it's logical shift of 2 places, and then you can see which one is correct. By the way, can you recall which one out of these is the correct statement? Yes, which one out of these is the correct statement? It would divide the binary number by 2. It would multiply the binary number by 2. It would divide the binary number by 4. It would multiply the binary number by 4. Can you recall which one is the right answer? Yes, children. It would multiply or it would divide. I think this is what we know very well. It would be multiplying, definitely, exactly. And with 2 shifts, it will be multiplied by 4 or multiplied by 2. Okay, fine. That means part D is the correct answer. Very correct, Ali. That's wonderful that you remember. Now you can see. Any questions? Any issues? Okay. Part C. 1, 0, 1, 3 times 0, 1, 1 can be stored as a 2's complement integer. Convert the 2's complement integer to its equivalent ternary. Show all your working. So what we did here is we have simply placed the values in their respective positions. As you can see, 1, 0, 1, then 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. And as you know, the MSB is minus 128 because of the 2's complement word. And then you simply added all the values that have a 1 there, remembering that minus 128 will be for the MSB value. So minus 128 plus 32 plus 2 plus 1. When you calculate, you get the answer is minus 93. And in this manner, you will easily score 2 marks. Easy? Okay, that's great. Part D. The binary number is measured as a byte because it has 8 bits. State how many bytes there are in a kibibyte. How many bytes are there? See, so simple, 1024. Easy? So see, it's so simple to score if you have really understood each and everything well. Question number 4. Any questions till now? Any questions, anything that is unclear? Okay, that's great. Question number 4. Data packets are transmitted across a network from one computer to another computer. Describe the structure of a data packet, and this is of 3 marks. So first of all, you can recall what are the 3 parts of a data packet? Exactly, the header, the payload, and the trailer. So if you really want to describe, you can easily recall that first thing about the header is the IP address of the sending device, the IP address of the receiving device. We can talk about that. The sequence number of the packet to ensure that all the packets are going to be reassembled in the right order. Packet size is also there so that we can ensure that all the packets have arrived intact. So this information is a part of the header. Then we remember that payload is of 64 kibibytes. And lastly, we have the trailer that has some form of identification to ensure that it's the end of the packet and some sort of error checking methods like CRC. You mention these key points and definitely, inshallah, you will be able to score 3 out of 3. So since it's the describing, its question is saying, describe the structure of a packet. So that is why I suggest you that you have to write down the whole the description, talking about all the key points of the 3 components of your packet header and packet trailer and a little bit about the payload also. Any questions? Okay, packet switching is used to transmit the data packets across the network. Identify the device that controls which path is taken by each data packet. Now, concentrate on this word, the device that controls which path is taken. Now, this is very important. See, this is actually giving you the complete hint. Definitely it is going to be the router because path is decided by the router. That's wonderful. Now, part C. Serial transmission is used to transmit the data packets across the network. Explain why serial transmission is used to transmit the data packets. Here, we're asking about the reason. By the way, can you recall? Why do we use it? Okay, very great, wonderful. The very first thing that comes to our mind, it's going to be securely transmitted. Very nice. What else? Okay, fine. So it's more reliable. The bits are always going to arrive in a sequence. They will never be skewed. There's less chance of crosstalk or interference. There's less chance of having some errors. The data is to be transmitted at like it's okay if you are transmitting at a slow speed also. It's okay. The cables are in the network only use serial transmission. So you can see a student can write any of the reasons. Like you can see the network may be spread over a long distance. That if it's spread over a long distance, then definitely serial is the right option. That can be one reason that why he has opted, why the network is chosen, or why the transmission mode chosen is serial and not parallel. And definitely the serial method is more reliable. The data is arriving in sequence. The data is never skewed. There's less chance of getting any sort of interference. So all of these are the reasons which can be chosen by the students to answer. It's a 3-mark question. So if you have understood these things well, then definitely you will be able to score the marks. Okay, now a computer uses both random access RAM, random access memory RAM, and secondary storage. State the purpose of secondary storage. State the purpose. Exactly. Why do we use it? We use it to store the data or the files or the software permanently. So actually, the main reason of secondary storage use is permanent storage. That's wonderful. Now, one type of secondary storage is optical. Circle 3 examples of optical storage. Now, I'm just giving you 2 minutes to quickly attempt this question. Optical storage. Done? Okay, now, no worries. I'm giving you a few seconds. Okay, that's great. Wonderful. You have done it. Thank you very much. Maybe just discuss the answer. Read-only memory, is it optical? Okay, now definitely not. SD card, is it optical? Okay, fine. What about compact disc? Is it optical? Yes, is it optical? Yes. So what are we doing is we are circling it. Fine. With your help, we are circling it. Compact disc is optical. Fine. So you have circled it. Correct. Correct. Very nice. What else? Yes. Which else is the right option? Hard disk drive? No. Fine. Digital versatile disk. Is it the right option? Yes. What about Blu-ray disc? Is it the right option? Yes, that's great. Universal serial bus, is it the right option? No. SSD, is it the right option? No, it means that you have understood very well. You've answered it accurately. That's wonderful. So among these, which one are the optical storage? We can see we have actually figured it out. It's basically your compact disc CD. It's your DVD, which is optical, and Blu-ray disc. By the way, what about the others? Can we recall what about the others? Okay, giving you a minute to very quickly go through your memory, and then we are going to talk about that which one is what, which category does it fall into. Taking longer than usual. I think you are now done. Okay, now read-only memory. Which category does it belong to? It's your primary storage. Exactly, that's great. What about SD card? Which category does it belong to? SD card is your solid state drive. Exactly. What about compact disk we have discussed? Hard disk drive is your secondary storage. By the way, is it internal secondary or is it external secondary? Okay, internal secondary. That's wonderful. We have talked about DVD and Blu-ray, not USB drive. It belongs to, again, your all these are SSD technologies, and in this manner, you can easily score 3 out of 3. So not difficult thing, isn't it? Okay, now I hope that you all have answered this question accurately. That's great. Explained why a computer needs RAM. See, why do we need RAM? To store data temporarily, to store data currently in use, to store software currently in use. Data can be accessed faster in your from stored in RAM to speed up fetch stage of the fetch execute cycle. So see, these are the normal answers which student can write, and it's a 3-mark question. So they expect the students to write down 3 valid points. So you can see to store data temporarily, to store data currently in use, to store software currently in use. Now, most important thing is currently in use. Most important thing is the data is stored temporarily. So you can see whatever is bold is in bold means that this is very, very important to be a part of your answer. Be very cautious about your answers, okay? Now, part D. The computer processes instructions using the fetch, decode, execute cycle, shortened as FDE cycle. Draw and annotate a diagram to show the process of the fetch stage of the FDE cycle. Now here you can see, if we recall, this is what we have been talking about, but for your convenience, we have drawn this diagram, and you can see what is important, what should be a part of your answer. A 4-mark question means the diagram should show the registers which are needed here, like MAR, MDR, and program counter. Then you have to show the addresses which are sent from PC to MAR, and here definitely the use of address bus, because it has to be present in your diagram. Then you can show the PC, you can recall the PC is incremented every time the process has been accomplished. Address is sent from MAR to RAM. Data or instructions sent from RAM to MDR using the data bus. Similarly, data instructions are sent from then NDR to CIR, or they are sent to control unit. The control unit is going to send the control signals for any part of the process. And again, here the use of control bus. So here you can see if the student has actually shown all these things, and you can see the diagram. Here is the control unit where CIR, PC, MAR, MDR are drawn, and then RAM is on the other side, and the address is sent from MAR using the address bus. So if the student has written these key points, it means definitely they've drawn the diagram accurately, they have annotated in the right way, the position is accurate, so definitely they will be able to score full marks. The instruction is sent to MDR using the data bus. The instruction is sent to the CIR to be decoded. So in this manner, you can score 4 marks very easily if you have actually understood each and everything, you have written each and everything accurately, so you'll be able to score. Okay, now question number 6. A computer needs firmware and system software to operate. State the purpose of firmware. Now recall firmware. What is its purpose? See, simple, state the purpose. So yeah, it is there to permanently store instructions in ROM. If you recall, firmware is linked with ROM. Stores instructions to boot up or start up the computer, provides the operating system with a platform to run on, controls or manages or allows communication with the hardware. It stores instructions securely, like to stop them being easily corrupted. So a student, if he has written any of these points, then definitely he will be able to score 1 out of 1. So simple. I think we have been learning the purpose of firmware quite frequently. So I think you'll be able to answer this question. Now, part B. Give one example of firmware. bootstrap, bootloader, BIOS, operating system in embedded system, programs in embedded system. Now see, programs in embedded system is supposed to be mentioned. Bootstrap, bootloader as the terms we are already aware of. So in this manner, you have mentioned any one examples, like you can see, for BIOS is what we have been talking about, like ROM BIOS. So that is going to give you 1 out of 1. Give 2 examples of system software. Operating system utility program. See, so simple. System software, what is it? OS and utility program. Question number 7. Any questions till now? Okay, that's wonderful. Question number 7. Data is encrypted to keep it safe during transmission. Complete the paragraph about asymmetric encryption. Use the terms from the list. I hope that we can recall the terms. Some of the terms in the list will not be used. You should only use a term once. Now, there are a few things that we can see. The terms are going to be used once only. Some of the terms will not be used at all. And we have to work on asymmetric. By the way, asymmetric is, okay, fine. Dash is encrypted into dash using a dash. So there were 3 blanks in this. Plain text is encrypted into ciphertext, definitely, because plain text is the original one and is encrypted into cipher using since it is dealing with asymmetric, that's why the public key. The encrypted data is then transmitted from the sender to the receiver. The encrypted data is then decrypted using a dash. Remember, in asymmetric, it's the use of public and private, which we have learned. So that is the main thing which you need to recall. And by the way, if you see the terms asymmetric, certificate, ciphertext, decrypted, encrypted, parallel key, plain text, private key, protected, public key, serial key, symmetric. So definitely there were 4 blanks, and the main thing was just this whole material. This line was the most you can say trickiest one, because you had to understand each and every term before you attempted. And again, a suggestion: when you are attempting such questions, do not just jump to the answers immediately. First of all, read the sentence, put the words with pencil. You are going to use a pencil, and until and unless you are sure about your answers, do not write the answers, because if you are confident with your answers, only then write with pen. Otherwise, always wait, read, read again, and then you will be, if you're confident about your answer, only then move ahead. Okay, because remember, in asymmetric is the use of public and private key, and decryption takes place with the private key. Now, a farmer uses an automated robot to plant seeds in the field. State what is meant by the robot being automated. State. The robot can perform its actions without human intervention. See, automation, hey, in other words, they're asking about the definition of automation. So what is automation basically? Automation means without human intervention, human interference is not needed. The things can work on their own. So a student can write down any of the answers, and I think that is making sense. Being automated means that you have to talk about it. How can you do it? Actually, the main word is automated. So what is the meaning of automation? That is what the main thing was. Okay, any issues? Now give 3 characteristics of a robot. If you can recall 3 characteristics. Okay. Okay, fine. Programmable. Okay, have sensors. The third one, have some degree of movement. Okay, now let's see. Mechanical structure or framework. It has electrical components. It is programmable. It can move. So these are the right answers. What you are saying definitely is also correct. So actually some movement. So it can move because of, it has some mechanical structure. It has some mechanical framework. It has electrical components. Okay. So whatever you have read, it's actually the same thing written in some other style. Now, part C. The robot plants seeds and stops when it reaches a fence. It then turns and continues planting the seeds. The robot uses sensors and a microprocessor to know when it reaches a fence. Explain how the robot how the robot uses sensors and a microprocessor to know it has reached a fence. See, this is explanation question, and it's a 6-mark question. So you can see a proximity sensor is used. The sensor continuously sends digitized data to the microprocessor. Again, you can see sensor readings are analog in nature, so they have to be converted into digital, and that is why the term digitized data is written here. They have not mentioned the term ADC, but we know that it's the use of ADC through which the sensor readings will be digitized. The microprocessor compares the data to a stored value or range of values. If the value is within the range or it matches the robot, continuous planting. If the value is above or below or outside the range, a signal is sent by the microprocessor to the robot to either turn or stop. And this is done using an actuator to turn or stop the robot. Again, you can see the actuator is going to be performing this activity of either turning the robot or stopping the robot. This process repeats until the robot is turned off. It's the use of a feedback constant. The action is taking place constantly until it is able to reach the like it has been turned off. Now, do any questions? Now be very cautious. Please, whenever it's an explanation question, read the sequence, recall the sequence, and then attempt the questions by writing down all the points, describing each point properly, and do not forget to maintain the sequence. And then, inshallah, you'll be able to score 6 out of 6, or maybe 5 out of 5, or say 7 out of 7. You always have to see the question carrying the marks, and then frame your answer and then start answering accordingly. Fine. Now, question number, this part D. Give 2 advantages of the farmer using an automated robot to plant seeds. Now, it's the advantage to the farmers. The robot is more accurate when planting seeds. The robot does not get tired. It does not take breaks. It will not get bored of performing a repetitive task. The farmer can perform other tasks while the robot is planting the seeds. The robot may be faster. It's more efficient when as compared to the humans, safer as the robots can work in more dangerous environments. For example, with animals in the field, people can get worried. They can shout. They can be scared. But as far as robots are concerned, they are not humans. They are simple machines. So definitely, they won't be scared. They will not scream. They will not cry. They will not be, can say, feel afraid of the dangerous environments. And definitely the biggest advantage is they don't ask for the money. They work without any penny to be paid to them. So a student can write down any of these 2 points and definitely he's going to score 2 out of 2. See, so simple. Advantages, and the normal advantages of automation, the normal advantages of robots, as we have been talking about repeatedly. So it's the same thing is asked here. You recall and you are able to answer. By the way, give 2 disadvantages of the farmer using an automated robot to plant seeds. Now, expensive, exactly. That's great, Ali. Definitely, the robots have been expensive to purchase. The robots have to incur maintenance cost also. The robots may take away jobs from humans that previously, like who were previously planting seeds. Definitely, that is also a problem. Farmer may need training in how to use the robot. Farmers or workers may be de-skilled. Like, again, I hope that we remember the term de-skilling, the loss of skilled labor because of automation. If faulty, it may cause damage to the farm or to the seeds, cannot adapt to a new or unexpected event. That is the biggest disadvantage. See, humans are humans use their brains, and which is which they all have. They use their brains. They actually can understand something from some changing scenarios. They can make the decisions, but robot can only work as per the instructions. If it comes across a new situation, so it is not uh, good enough to handle the situation on its own. It can't think of what to do then. So that is the biggest disadvantage of robots, or you can say automation. So they always need human intervention. They always need human to be behind them so that they can do the work appropriately. Just remember this thing, okay? The robot is adapted to have machine learning abilities. Explain how this will improve the robot. Now they are shifting to the concept of machine learning. If you recall, assume that now we are making them adapt to the new era of machine learning abilities. So what is going to be the improvement that you can see in a robot then? See, the robot can now adapt itself by changing its own rules or data or processes. The robot will become more efficient, definitely, as it has its a greater knowledge of its surroundings or environment, as it can remember where a fence is, as it can remember where the route is, as it can remember where any obstacle are to be avoided. It can remember where to start and stop the sowing of seeds, and it may make fewer errors. So with this machine learning capabilities being adapted in the robots, then definitely there will be significant change in their work, in their behavior. Fine, they will improve tremendously. Any questions? Okay, question number 9. A company owner has installed a new network. Data is correct before it is transmitted across the network. The company owner is concerned that data might have errors after transmission. Explain how the data might have errors after transmission. What may go wrong? Why it might have errors? See, data could be lost, data could be gained or added, like your data can be added, data could be changed, and bits could be reassembled in the wrong order, like they can be skewed. Interference could occur, cross-talking could occur, data collisions could occur, data packets could take time to reach the destination. That is also that is also a possibility, or they may reach their hop count also. The network could be infected with malware. So these are a few reasons which could have been written by students in order to write down the answer for errors after transmission. So after do you have transmitted? Indeed, these are the possible reasons. Data loss, data being, I can say, changed, this data is reassembled in the wrong order. Some of the, can say, back packets are going to be definitely not reaching on time. So a lot of reasons could be anticipated, and they are very simple reasons, which we have been talking with respect to our own real life scenario also, if you remember. See, transmission errors. Okay, part B. The company owner decides to introduce an error detection system to check the data for errors after transmission. The error detection system uses an odd parity check and a positive automatic repeat request, automatic repeat query. You can see, basically, the main term that you need to concentrate on are odd parity check and a positive ARQ. Now, this is very, very important. You can see positive ARQ, positive automatic repeat request, or you can say query. Describe how the error detection system operates to check for errors. See, now you have to concentrate on the two. Reread the question, and then we'll discuss the answer. Understood? I can see it's an 8-mark question. Wow, isn't it great? Now, no worries at all. See, this is why I've actually highlighted the keywords that we need to concentrate on in order to answer the question. See, an odd parity check and a positive acknowledgement. So first thing is an odd parity means that what we are going to talk about is the number, the counting of the ones. And you can see in each byte, we'll count the number of ones. And each byte has definitely going to have a parity bit. If the number of ones are odd, then the parity bit is 0. If the number of ones are even, then definitely the parity bit will be 1. The first packet of data is sent and the timer is started. The receiving device counts the number of ones in each byte. If the number of ones are odd, or data meets the odd parity, an acknowledgement is sent to say the data is error-free. Now, this is what you can concentrate on. First thing is odd parity check applied on a byte. It is sent to the receiver. The receiver is going to again recalculate the parity. If the two are matching, it means that the data is sent accurately. So that is why an acknowledgement is going to be sent, and this acknowledgement will be positive acknowledgement. See, the concentration should be towards the term positive ARQ. We will be sending an acknowledgement saying that the data is error-free, and the sender will then send the next packet, or the next byte will be sent, and the timer is restarted. Definitely, we have to wait for a certain time period. Again, remember timeout. And this is what, see, ARQ means acknowledgement plus timeout. So here acknowledgement means definitely it can be positive or negative, but here we will concentrate on positive only. And then timeout means we definitely have to wait for a certain time period. And that is why the use of timer. And the sender will, after the acknowledgement is received, positive acknowledgement received means now it's the turn of the next byte. Next data packet will be sent. Now the next packet is going to be sent and the timer started again. If the number of ones is again proper, then it will be an acknowledgement is sent. If it's not, then an acknowledgement is not sent. See, if no acknowledgement is received, it means then that packet has not been received accurately. It means that particular packet will be resent. Till the time the acknowledgement is received means it is received accurately. But the moment you are not receiving the positive acknowledgement means the packet is not received. Maybe it has not reached the destination. So after a certain time frame is over, after a certain time is over, then definitely that particular data packet will be resent. So this is how you can actually recall the two important, you can say, concepts of your error detection techniques, and you can frame your answer very easily. But just concentrate on the key terms: acknowledgement and timeout in ARQ. What is odd parity check? You will recall, and then you are there. Fine. Give two other error detection method that could be used. Now they have mentioned. See, if a student says parity, that will be wrong. If a student says positive ARQ, that is wrong. So a student could have written echo check or checksum, or in some cases he could have written even parity check and negative ARQ. I mean, intelligent enough who can't recall, they can do it this way also. They can say even parity check, they can say negative ARQ, and definitely that will give them marks also. Fine. It's a 2-mark question, so they will be able to score. The company owner, now part C, the company owner also installs a firewall to help protect the network from hackers and malware. Explain how the firewall operates to help protect the network. See, the use of firewall. Why do we use firewall? Are there any questions from the previous part? Anything that is unclear? I think we are all clear about the acknowledgement and timeout in ARQ. Okay, that's wonderful. Now see here, we have to talk about the firewall. So what is the firewall doing? How does it protect? So you can see, recall, in a firewall, we have learned that criteria can be set for the data traffic, for the data to be transmitted, such as a blacklist is going to be there of the IP addresses, whichever is allowed, which IP address should be allowed and which IP address should not be allowed. It will examine the data traffic coming into the network. It will check that the traffic meets the set criteria, whichever IP addresses are allowed to be allowed to enter, they will be allowed to enter. The ones who are restricted, they will be stopped, and will reject if it does not meet the criteria. Means if it is not in the list, definitely that will not be allowed to be entered. Certain ports used by hackers can be blocked or they can be closed. So if a student has written these points, then definitely he'll be able to score. Give 2 examples of malware that the firewall can help protect the network from. So give 2 examples. So here a student can write down, you can see virus, worm, Trojan horse, spyware, adware, ransomware. So if a student has written any of these two, then definitely you'll be able to score marks. Now, any questions till now? Anything that is unclear? I hope that everything is very much clear to all of us. Okay, still no worries. If you have a question, then you can ask anytime. You can write down your comments in the comment section. I'll definitely get back to you. Jazakallah khairan Kasira for being a part of the learning journey. If you have any query, then do not hesitate to approach me. Do not forget to share the channel with your friends and family so that they all are going to benefit from it. And definitely do not forget to click on the bell icon so that you are getting the notifications of the new videos as soon as they are uploaded. Allah Hafiz once again. Take very good care of yourselves.